Iasu Malagedo.
Oh, my eyes. Could you please turn down that very bright light? It's burning my retinas. Ladies, I'm a very desperate man. My name is Mort, and I live with my mother. And I have very low standards. Oh, God, there's blood in my mucus.
Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Computer Love, part 61. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are again. Another hot day in Tirana. So I'm just going to leave the AC on and the fan. So it's a little noisy. I don't know what to tell my three fans, but it is what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, online dating is worse than ever. If you feel like going out on a hot day like this and, taking a chance on a blind date or, whatever, it's up to you. I don't care. I'd rather, on days like this, I'd rather make love to my AC. But, teach his own, I guess. But of course, I still have a couple stories for you. And let's make the best of it. So, here we go. So, I talked to this one woman here, and, sometimes, like, you read a profile, and, like, you just know, even if they respond, like, eventually, like, you just won't get along with the person, but, you're a guy, but you're like, fuck it, let's just go for it, whatever, we gotta do what we gotta do, right? So, exchange numbers here, and then, of course, one of my biggest pet peeves is when you ask someone a very simple question and they can't just answer the question, or they don't know the question, they avoid it, and then they start asking questions, and you don't know if it's all about them, you don't know if they just don't speak proper English. I mean, who the fuck knows at this point, right? Online dating. So, I asked her, I said, can you answer the question? And she's like, what question? I'm like, this question, and then I got to repeat myself, and I hate repeating myself, and it's just the circle jerk of life, as Tony Soprano would say. But what are you going to do? And then at this point, I'm just tired of typing, so I'll send like voice notes, and just to make it easier, and for some reason on her end, they won't download, and, I even sent her a voice note, testing 1, 2, 3, and, nothing. And she said, yeah, it just, for some reason it won't want to download. Sorry, man. And I'm like, that's okay, bro. And, yes, I am still talking to a woman. I don't know, I figured just go with the flow at this point. And I even asked her, about her profile, because you could tell, like, she's been through the ringer and, with guys, and she's frustrated like me, as you can clearly tell by my tone right now. And, she's like, LOL, because every time I think I found someone genuine that have the same interests, etc., I met a few, and they all wanted one thing, and in quotations, sex, fucking pigs. Get a hooker if you want sex on the first date. LOL. Sm. The SMH, sm. And I'm like, okay. I'm not trying to make a joke, but at the same time, I'm being serious at this point. I'd rather have food. LOL. Can you cook? And she's like, LOL, yes. And can you build a house? Wow. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, there's a few ways I can take that. I'm going to choose to take that in the, the racist way. I know you shouldn't, but, listen, I'm Greek and Italian. Can I, have I ever built a house? No, but, if you give me the proper tools, it's probably in me. Yes, I probably can build a house, but there's no reason to, stereotype my people, listen, we've been through the ringer, thousands of years, and, the whole, Rome wasn't built in one day, but, if you give us a weekend, at a fair price, we could manage. But, Still, I don't think she should have said that. I was just saying, like, can you cook? I don't mean that in a sexist or a racial way. I'm just asking, can you cook? I mean, I feel everybody out there should be able to cook at least one meal. If you can cook one meal, like one special meal, I'm talking more to the. I'm talking to everybody at this point, but I'm saying with guys, I mean, if you can cook a meal, that always impresses a woman, of course, and ladies, listen, it is true. The best way to a man's heart is his stomach, okay? And let's be honest, I mean, a lot of times you make that meal, hopefully it tastes good, and you will talk about your day, and, we'll just sit there like, yeah, really. Oh my God! Oh, really? She's bothering you at work? Like every woman has a couple women, like at work they can't stand it and all that shit. And I mean, sometimes you meet them and like you're like, oh man, she's pretty hot. I mean, maybe one day I could fuck her, but realistically you won't. But you still just shut up and eat the meal. Oh really? Fuck. All that shit. And that's it. So it's nice to know one meal you can make. That's all. So. And then for a joke, try to smooth out the deal here. I go, no, but I know some wops on speed dial, LOL. So, I mean, do I? Probably. Again, I mean, I didn't mean to go off topic here, but shocker. At Toronto, there's tons of construction going on over the last few years. I mean, there always is, but it seems like more than ever for some reason. And I don't know, the mayor doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. I mean, they can't even, get rid of snow properly, And like it's gonna snow like at least 3 to 6 months in Canada here, and I mean, you should be prepared for this shit. I mean, but anyways. They gotta have a quota, because if they don't, have a certain quota every year, and if they match it, then it goes down. So of course they're gonna expend the, the quota every year for construction, and it's a fucking pain in the ass. We all know that, and we all know Metrolinx is not going to be ready till 2030. Metrolinx is this new, streetcar subway line. I don't even know what it fucking is anymore, but it's taking like forever to build. I mean, again, I know a few people. You call them, the shit'll be done in a week. But again, they gotta, milk everything for all it's worth here. But the point is, I mean, yeah, I could probably build a house. I mean, worst case, maybe a 2-room hut, but I don't be reminded of that. And then I asked her what her ethnicity is, and then you ever ask someone like online like what their ethnicity is, and they just say like Canadian, and I'm like, yeah, we're all Canadian, you know what I mean? But like what else is there? Like, I assume if you say Canadian, that means you're Scottish, or like just really Scottish. I don't know, which could be a problem in the food department later. But it just, I don't know. I mean, you got to know what your background is. It's funny because like she doesn't look Scottish at all. I don't know. I don't think we're off to a good start here. And then I tell her my ethnicity. I'm Greek and Italian. She's like, okay, nice. You like a Greek god. Now, is she calling me a Greek god? Is she making fun of me? So, okay, so we've already hit on the whole, like we're seeing the Statue of Liberty, and all of a sudden we're building houses. Racist routine here, but now I don't know. I got to live through the whole My Fat Greek Wedding phase again. I mean, when that movie came out, don't get me wrong, it was a good movie. I enjoy those movies, but first off, let me start off by saying this: the Windex shit has I mean, that's her family. That's got, maybe she picked it because it's blue, because of her flag, whatever. But I don't know where the fuck that came from. I remember even watching it with my family in the theater, and my dad leaned over to me and goes, "Where'd she get this Windex shit from?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." So, and then people ask me that, "Oh, does that Windex stuff really work?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you got to shove it up your ass," So that's where the the Italian comes in. But I don't know what to think at this point. So You know, I go, you know, only if she cooks good, LOL. So, you know, I mean, would I put up with a little racism if, you know, if the cooking is good? I mean, it better be on fucking point. That's all I'm going to say. You know, and then she tells me what she does for a living. She says something I've never heard of before. So again, I don't know. I don't want to say what it is. You know, make it public, whatever. But it's something to do with like a spiritual thing, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, so far I'm not believing anything she fucking says. You know, but whatever. You know, I'm a guy. Fuck it. And then she says what like really her nationality is like finally. I guess she like you know she finally remembered. And you know, and then I tell her about my podcast, and a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie to you, I tell people about this podcast, and yeah, it could go either way. I mean, sometimes girls listen to it and they're like, oh, it's cool, you know, and then some girls listen to it, it's offensive, I don't like you anymore, I still don't know, I'm still not sure what my you know nationality is, and you know. There you go. It is what it is. What are you going to do? Am I going to stop now? No. You know. And then, you know, again, it's one of those things where I forgot her age and height and, you know, and then she's like, oh, look at my profile. And then, you know, I kind of feel like looking at her profile, you know, and she doesn't feel like telling me. And it's just a fucking disaster so far. And, you know. What are you gonna do? And then like here's the weird thing. Like I tell her like I haven't seen anybody serious in a while, and I don't know. Apparently, you know, she has like a limit here, you know, to when you can start seeing people again. You know, like she says, you're not healed enough to jump into another relationship. You know, okay, well, you know, sorry, oh great one. You know. Like if she heals people for a living, she's not doing a good job here. You know, and she said with her, it's been almost 2 years, and you know, after talking to her for a while, I can see why. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 20. You know, and then here's the topper. Like, after all that, she goes, but it's my opinion. Sorry if I offended you. You know, you know. And then I said a comment. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was funny. I mean, I didn't. You know. I don't know. Maybe she's making fun of my race. You know, I kind of poked fun at hers. I thought we were equal. You know. I mean, I don't know. It's just you know something about the weather. Whatever. The point is, you know, I said you don't control me. You know. You know. You don't. You know. That's it. It is what it is. Okay? I don't know. Did we both say things we probably didn't mean and even know we were saying? Probably. Probably. I mean, it is what it is. But, you know, she says, that's kind of fucked up what you just said. What do you men mean? I guess mean. Again, ladies and gentlemen, please proofread your shit. It's not hard to do, okay? I get it. It's online. We're on the go. But take your time, huh? And then I say thank you. And I go, MEM, like I don't know. I guess I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it stands for something. Who knows? And then she's like, "Well, what do you mean?" I'm like, "You said mem, whatever. Well, what do you mean by mem? You know, I forgot that I meant the right meme." And then we're just fucking being stupid. And I don't know. She says I'm racist, and I said she's racist. You know, I don't know. I played the comic card, but I don't think that worked. And then I asked her what her favorite color is, and she pretty much disappeared. So the point is, ladies and gentlemen, you know, it's not always going to work online. You know, it's you talk to people, you know, you catch people on a bad day, you catch me on a bad day, you know, it is what it is. But again, like if you can know simple things like your age, your height, you know, what the nationality, you know, spit you out of their vagina. You know, it's just simple things like that. That's all. I mean, I'm not asking for, you know, what the meaning of life is. It's definitely not the, you know, online dating. But again, simple. That's all. Then I read another brilliant profile here. And it says hashtag ESFJ. I don't know what that stands for. ESFJ. All right, so let's find out from Google here. EFSJ. Okay. The closest thing here I find personality type. Okay, so it says here an ESFJ personality type, also known as the consul or caregiver, is characterized by being extroverted, sensing, feeling, and judging. They are warm, outgoing, loyal, and conscientious, often thriving in social settings and enjoying helping others. I don't mean to sound like a dick here, but if you're so good in social settings, why do you have to torture yourself by doing online dating? I mean, if you're really that good at talking to people, I'm putting that out there. And again, I'm not the perfect person either. That's why I'm on show 61 here. But that kind of blows the theory out of the water. But there's more here. I could pour my heart out here, but let's be real. No one reads these things. That's true. Except me, because I got a podcast going here. I'm here for the right reason. I'm looking for my person, in quotations. I'm self-aware, honest, and loyal AF as fuck. Again, it's like 6 letters, 2 syllables. Again, if you're really social, like, wouldn't you? I mean, like, you wouldn't be talking to someone and. I guess stupid people would. I don't know if they're like out there, talking to someone. Yeah, I'm real AF. Oh Christ. Society, eh? Okay. I have so much to bring to a relationship and know my worth. You won't be disappointed! ! Let's chat. Hashtag mombod. Hashtag BBW. All right, That's it. Hey, listen, Jadakiss said it best. If you pay like you weigh, then you can stay. Please don't match unless you are actually interested in having a conversation and truly interested in getting to know me. Please don't match if you don't have time. Thanks. All right. What I find interesting is, it says like profession, whatever. It says none. Oh, none your business. Okay, I get it. Okay. None your business. All right. So, you say you're good at speaking, but she literally spelled it NONYA space BIZ, because I'm Canadian, NASS. Okay. So, again, once, ladies and gentlemen, some profiles just, say really all they have to. A little, contradicting there, but just whatever. At least she's honest, right? Good luck. Then I read another profile here. It says, looks can be quite deceiving. I'm not as well put together as you may think. Well, it's online dating, so you're probably not. That's very true. Where are my introverts at? We would get along so well. So far, I think we should team up this person with the last one. But anyways, it's okay if you don't have any baggage. I have enough for both of us. Oh, that's, again, very attractive. Contrary to what people see, I do not work out. Apparently, I have good genes. LOL. Okay. I'm in need of a doctor. What? So if I'm not your type, maybe I can be your patient. I'm sorry. There's more, but I'm just gonna wait for the OnlyFans link. Please don't ask me to meet you halfway if we go on a date. Okay, so, all right. Listen, right? Listen, a lot of people won't say that. A lot of people just, they don't admit they're lazy right off the bat. So, respect. If you aren't scared yet, no, I was scared probably by the second paragraph here. You should be. Oh, good. Okay. I'm not working. Okay, good. All right. So, you know, I'm sensing a lot of laziness in this profile. And again, like, this is the problem, ladies and gentlemen, with a lot of profiles is, like, some people just don't give a fuck. And, like, at least they admit, like, they don't give a fuck. I mean, they don't care. They'll just put it out there and say, hey, man, you know, I really am this fucking lazy. I am this, you know, I don't give a fuck. I don't work. I don't do shit. I'm not going to meet you halfway because, I don't know, well, I mean, obviously, if you don't work, you can't afford to go halfway. But, I mean, that's cool, you know, or it is what it is. Yeah, so again, you know, you can make a profile like this. That's fine, I guess. But, you know, you may not get as many responses as you please. But then again, I mean, us guys, you know, I've always said this. It doesn't matter where a woman lives. I mean, we'll, you know, fuck them in a 3-story box. I mean, it just, that's just the truth. I mean, it makes it sound like dicks, but it's true. Deep down, it's, you know, I mean, do I prefer a bed? Absolutely, you know, but, hey. Somewhere out there, you know, she's gonna find her man. I guarantee it. You know, he's probably gonna be a real pushover pussy, but you know, there's plenty of guys out there like that. So one woman I talked to exchanged numbers after a little while, and I don't know, I must have said something like, I don't know, you seem a little angry, and you know, and again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm aware why I'm single. I get it. I get it. You know, between this podcast, my mentality, and the looks, it's all there, man. You know what I mean? It's there. I'm realistic, but you know, at the same time, other people come across a little angry too. So I must have said that to her, and you know, she said, "Ha ha 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 ha." I'm not angry. I mean, I think that's one of the first things she texted me. And then she starts sending me pictures of, I'm assuming it's her cat. Now, I'm not going to say what her nationality is, but between that and the cat looking, you know, very angry in the picture, like, I mean, you can see, like, I mean, cats have, like, some decent-sized teeth on the sides, but, like, they have the smallest little fucking teeth. I mean, it's, like, literally an eighth of a Tic Tac in the front there, and I can't tell if the cat is smiling or it's about to be cooked. I'm not sure. I don't know. The cat does not seem happy. You know, the cat is, you know, it seems to be, you know, it seems to be very not happy. That's the one I'm going with. And judging by the other pictures she sent me, I mean, this cat looks very miserable. At one point, the cat is wearing a bandana. I don't think they like that. Apparently, there's another picture where the cat looks almost about to cry and is wearing what appears to be, I'm not sure if it's one of those things, it's like a sensor on around his or her neck. I'm not sure, but you know, but then finally she sends me pictures of herself, you know, or one picture of herself. That's fine, cool, you know, all right, that's what she looks like, cool, no problem. And then she sent me a very weird video. You know, and again, keep in mind, like, during all this, I'm not saying anything. I'm just sitting back and I'm watching, you know, I'm enjoying the show here. You know, Puss in Boots here. And she sends me a video on what appears to be an apartment building, like, in the hallway. You know, decent carpeting. And it seems like she put the camera on one end of the hallway, and her and her friends, or I mean, it could be a team of coworkers. I'm not sure. You know, I don't mean to stereotype, but you know, she starts running down the hallway, and she's like taping all this, you know, and then she says, "I run like a kid." Ha 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 ha. And again, I'm still on the cat pictures. I don't know why she's sending me those. She's sending me, you know, pictures like she's you know, Donovan Bailey. I don't know what's going on here. So, you know, I don't get it. I really don't understand the whole process here. And at one point, I just said there's like a lot of holes in your jokes, and she's like, "A what?" And then forget it. There's more holes in your running. She's like, "What holes?" And I'm just, I don't know. I'm already tired here. And she said to me, she said, "You look so sweet in your picture, but you talk so much." Ha 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 ha. I thought you're like very demure. Demure? Is that what she's trying to say? It says Demure, and I don't know. At this point, I just don't care. I don't care anymore. I really don't. I've really lost faith in humanity. And then she's sending me pictures of what appears to be a really nice backyard with the I don't know, like the waterproof furniture, and she's got a pool. And I'm thinking, all right, well, summer's coming up. You know. Shut up. We've all done it, okay? Like we all think of this, okay? If we live somewhere and maybe we'll date someone with a pool, and fuck off. I'm not the first one to think like that. Anyways, and again, I don't know what I don't know why she's sending me these. I don't know, and and then she explains to me demure, which is nice. I know what it means, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I've just never seen it spelled, I guess. Yeah, Demure. Okay, it doesn't look right to me, but anyways, demure generally means quiet, shy, and well behaved, often implied as a certain charm of or modesty. Why not? I think I said something about the pictures. I don't know. She's still going on there, and she's like, "You want more pictures?" And I in my head, I'm like, "No," but really, I don't give a fuck. And then she sent me more pictures, and it seems like a really nice house. And I'm assuming at this point, like, she might be some kind of maid, I guess, or whatever. And I don't know. I even told her at one point, like, I don't want any of these pictures. And then and she goes, "Well, what do you want? Did you have a Filipino girlfriend? Oh my God, I'm so hungry." And I'm like, "Well, what's up with the random shit? Oh, sorry about that. No worries." And I'm like, "What's going on here?" I don't know. Like, "I'm sorry again, my bad." Like, again, it's okay. It's just the way my life is. She's like, "Okay, have a good day." And I'm like, "Okay, you too. You can still talk to me." By the way, I always hate when people say that. Like you're talking to someone, right? And they go, I guess I'm rambling a lot. Oh, I guess I'm this. I guess I'm that. Well, have a good day. I'm like, first of all, it's 3 p.m. I'm, the day's still going. If you don't want to talk to me, that's cool. Just say that. You don't have to be have a good day and you're still there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Texting is great, huh? And yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, "Yeah, you can still talk to me. It's cool." She's like, "I just want to be honest." I'm like, "Okay, finally. You killed my vibe. I like to talk. I like to say things. I like to send pictures. You told me that my profile is nothing, and it looks like Tombstone something." That's true. It did. At one point, it looked like one of those profiles, like it's black and white, and like the guy, or the girl, or or both. I mean, who knows what's going on today? And I don't listen. I'm a white guy, in his like mid 40s. I get blamed for everything. And then you said I don't have to say my random thoughts. That's true, but because every woman loves to hear that. But I'm at the point I just don't care anymore. I really don't. I gotta say what's on my mind here. And I told her just less pictures and furniture. Like, oh, and then I'm nothing, and now I'm nothing to say. Sure. I didn't say anything. Well, that's true. Yeah. She's, she is just random shit. She's like, "Really sorry." I'm like, "It's fine." Blah blah blah. You don't gotta be sorry. Blah 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 blah. At this point, I regret doing this podcast, and she's like, "Yeah, you don't do anything. Sorry if I accused you." I'm like, that's cool for the 5th time. Oh, I thought I said good day. Well, you did, and I really don't know what you want. I literally just explained it. And then in my head, I'm like, fuck it, I'm still focused on that pool. And then I'm like, seriously, do you have a pool? She's like, yeah, my boss's pool. I'm like, okay, so he lets you use it? Yeah, why not? Yeah, of course, he's a good boss. Yeah, and you know, do you enjoy it? Yes, I do. It's, you know, it's good pay. You know, I'm talking about her job, and everything is free. Why not? So I'm like, all right, she's living a pretty good life here. You know, you're not a nice person, honestly. I mean, that begs to differ. I mean, I don't, you know, I'm not obsessed with pictures, but still, that's why you are single. You're not happy with your life. And then I said, so you're his therapist too? I mean, I like all of a sudden, you know, she's like, get lost. You know, and then I text her, I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but, you know. And again, I asked her, you know, what's your favorite color? Green, LOL. And then she disappeared. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, again, I'll just say two things. One, if you could date someone with a pool, like, I'm not saying that's an actual requirement, but that would be pretty cool. I mean, you know, that's summertime's coming up. It is an added bonus. I mean, I would rather someone have a pool than, you know, money but I guess you got to have a little money to have a pool, right? Or I don't know, be maybe having sex with your boss that you're living with. But the point is, you know, just try to get to know someone and don't judge them by, you know, what they have or may not have, or, you know, what they think they have, and then they send pictures of things that you thought they might have had, but it's actually their boss's stuff, and you know, they don't know how the real world works, and you know, they could be a phone call away by, you know, maybe getting deported, and you know, they don't know what you know, reality is. But again, ladies and gentlemen, really get to know someone and go from there. But again, it's a hot day. I wish I could use somebody's pool right now. You know, I live in Toronto, so I advise you not to use public pools. I mean, people piss, and I'm assuming they probably shit in there too. I mean, it will probably look like the scene in Caddyshack there. Chances are, you know, it's not a Payday or Baby Ruth. I forgot what the bar was. It was funny when Bill Murray ate it at the end there, but yeah, just, you know, save your money. Try to get rich and buy your own pool. This way, you know how safe it is, and you know, you don't have to pretend it's your pool like you know, some people. And you know, do your own thing. That's all. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been a pool-free episode of Computer Love, part 61.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Can